Welcome to Module 1, Industry and Job Research. It's important to look at the world of work and occupational trends. These are some typical articles that can be found in the newspaper. You can also find these kind of trends out on the internet. But it's important to look at what's going on because this is going to have an impact on you as you begin your job search. So getting information about the career field you're interested in as well as specific companies that can hire you would be your next step. So we're going to start with industry research, then look at professional associations, and then how to research companies and organizations. So let's start with industry research. A good way to start is to think about broad career umbrellas. Do you want to work in business, the corporate sector? Are you thinking about education, government, healthcare, nonprofit or human services, or the technical fields in computing? If you look at how that breaks down at UNF, the business or corporate careers tend to fall under the Coggan College of Business majors. Education is in the College of Education and Human Services. Government falls in Arts and Sciences usually. Healthcare tends to be in the Brooks College of Health. Nonprofit and Human Services breaks down into two colleges, Arts and Sciences and Education and Human Services. And the technical computing careers are in the College of Computing, Engineering, and Construction. Another way to look at careers would be by organizational units. These are career areas that are kind of common to all careers. Administration, for example. All kind of organizations have HR functions, human resource functions. They need people to manage. Even secretarial positions cross over the lines. Corporate relations, all organizations need somebody that can help them market or communicate with their constituents. Distribution, transportation, shipping, and so on. Engineering of their products and design. Finance, anybody with employees would need accounting, payroll, budgets. And then selling or marketing their products or services. So this would be another area just to look at. Instead of looking at specific industries, just think about functions or typical career types that you want to go into. Do you see yourself as a generalist, where you would have a lot of different skills and a lot of responsibilities? Or would you rather be a specialist, where you do just one thing, say, for example, being an accountant? All right, let's do some industry research now. These are the things you could use: the internet, libraries, networking, informational interviews, professional associations, professional journals, talk to faculty, and the Career Services website is a one-stop shop for information. Here's an example of what you can find on the internet using public relations as our example. You can see it has a lot of great links. And here's an example of one of them from the Occupation Outlook Handbook. It gives you the salary, the entry-level education needed, number of jobs, the outlook, what they do, the work environment, how to become a specialist, the salary, and so on. So a lot of great information here on the internet. Library resources. Here's an example of the kind of books that are out there. 100 Jobs in Technology, Careers in Education, Careers in Healthcare. Then you can drill down even deeper with more specific books. So instead of Careers in Business, you can go to Careers in Investment Banking. Or instead of Communication, Breaking into Television, which is more specific to that career area. The best place to start your search is with professional associations. These are organizations that have been founded by people in that particular career field to share information and resources with other people in that career field. So it's a ready-made network of people in the field that you're interested in. Here's an example. Let's take a look using public relations as our example. This is the North Florida Public Relations Society of America. So you can see it tells you how to join, gives you membership information, events information. These are upcoming programs and events. The awards that they've received, copy of their newsletter, which has articles about things that they've been doing, their accreditation. It also has a job bank here where they list different jobs or positions that they have open currently. Here's 4 reasons for PR students to join, and then it has sponsorship information. So a lot of great information. Most of these associations will publish journals and magazines. Here's an example, Health Source, so it's pretty much dedicated to the field of health. Here's one on Art News, and so these are articles about what's current or what's going on in that particular career field. Once you have established an industry or career field, you're going to want to look at companies that can hire you within that career field. These are websites that can help you: Career One Stop, LinkedIn, JobStar, Glassdoor, Hoovers, GuideStar. All of these are linked in Blackboard for your use. Here's what you should find out about a company. What products or services do they provide? What is their mission? When was it created and why? Where is their headquarters located? Where are other locations? How many employees do they hire? What jobs do they typically hire for? What's their hiring policy? Are they involved in the community? What's their financial situation? Are they making money? Have they been downsizing? And are there any recent news articles about this company? And what do other people think about this company? Here are some sources for identifying companies. The internet, of course. Here's an example. We decided to try to find out about advertising, so we Googled it. And you can see what it brings up, a list of all the advertising agencies here in Jacksonville. Even puts them on a little map so you can kind of see where they're located. If you're trying to find an internship or a job that's kind of close to where you are, this would be a real quick way to do that. But it provides you with their name, a link to their web address, their phone number, and so on. Employer directories are good. Here's an example of one. This is the Jacksonville Business Journal, the Book of Lists. So this is, again, using advertising as our example. They list the advertising agencies over here, providing you with their address and phone number and a link to their web page. Then it has lists information about their CEOs and things like that, and about what they do. So a great starting point on your research. You can find employer directories in the library. Here's one specific to advertising. Companies that recruit at UNF would be another way. You can go in Career Wings and see who comes to all our events. Here's one of our program guides from spring 2014, the Osprey Career Fair, and it will list all the employers that recruited there and what they were looking for. We take our example of Enterprise Rent-A-Car. They were looking to hire all majors, so if you wanted to get more information, you can go to their website, and you can see their homepage has information about who they are, why you should work there, information about their company, how they were founded and why, and what they do, where they're going, news and awards, international locations, has a listing about their culture so you can kind of see more about them, talks about their values, their diversity, fun and teamwork, what's it like to work here, what they do in the community, has a listing of their opportunities, so they have a management training program, internships, and so on, even lists the benefits that they provide, and then information on how to find them. So the company website is probably one of the best ways to get information about a particular company.